slowly but surely I'm gonna get there. Just got my scale set up. Table's still a mess. My scale's there. Got my grinder working. Table set up, basically. Take something up there, take it apart. A few of my tools I might need, a couple drills. Chargers down there. Still got some cleaning up to do under my table. Got my buckets kind of in a row through there. Some more stuff that I need to start separating. I think I got some old school house telephone wire. I still think it's got enough copper in it to be considered that as good as that new stuff that they have. Started me a wire box right there. And yeah, I've still got lots to do. This is a nice tool set that I don't want to lose the parts to, and here I am, got it in top of my bucket over here, but at least I know it's there. But yeah, I've got a few things to go through. I'm scrapping this piece here. This is a house furnace, came out of a mobile home that I renovated on my other channel, Drew's Roofing. And this squirrel cage, I just can't see throwing it away. I hate to really get rid of any of it because from what I understand, it came out in working order. It's Underwriter Laboratory Incorporated. This furnace is easily adapted to include air conditioning. The last one I got, I gave it away to a friend of mine, and he uses it for his garage heat. This thing blows out really nice, really does. And it was working supposedly when it was taken out of the house, so I'm sure that that old burner could work again. Looks like the old feed here, but yeah. But I think what I'm going to do is take my squirrel cage, mount it somewhere over there above my bench, and yeah, I'm going to use that for my air. Maybe, haven't decided yet, but I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of this all apart and scrap it out. So that's going to be one of my scrap videos that I make. I have the mattress for that, so I'm just going to list it on Marketplace, 50 bucks. Come and get it. These are my clothes racks. When I do a flea market, I have a lot of clothes, to be honest with you. I sell them cheap, but my shop is in disarray. But it's getting better. I have literally brought a storage building in here, so a whole one, which is some couple of them bikes back there too that were in it. But a lot of that stuff back there was in it. But yeah, but that was a lot of antiques that was in that building. And my next building has, oh my God, it has so much goodness in it. It's not even funny. But it's not scrap goodness, for crying out loud. It's not scrap metal stuff. It's literally stuff that I have to bring to a flea market, eBay, Marketplace, stuff like that. I mean, so much stuff. So I might end up making another cabinet across there just for that stuff, literally, because that is going to be all my stuff that is for sale and not scrapping. So I really need a wall just for them items. So I'll probably build another one of them right off the end of there and still leave a little spot here to get into these shelves. All that's going to be shelving. That's all I can do. I have to have that space for my resale stuff. And my other resale stuff is actually getting into my way. I've got some other stuff back here that's resale, scrap metal stuff. I've got some antiques here that I will be going through and setting aside. I'm sure nobody knows what that is, but I can tell you what it is real quick. It is a ladder step. And how's that work? Flips over this way. This piece right here clicks around your ladder rung, and that sits down on the outside edges, and now you have a stool to stand on. Way back in the day. I got a couple boxes to go through. This is another ammunition box that I've never had before. I'm gonna open it, but I've never had the smaller ones, and somebody's obviously painted that one. Yeah, got some stuff. Have totally lost here. Oh, emergency roadside kit. Back in the day, that was your emergency roadside kit right there. You open that and set it up on the side of the road. Ain't that cool? I got 2 of them. Actually have a pair. Look at there. Micro flare. Yeah, micro flare. How cool is that? Oh shoot, I got another one down there. Dang, I got 3 of them. I'm gonna have to look them up and see how old they are. Uh-oh. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Not sure where that came from, but ding, ding. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh man, I've used one of them before. Who knows what that's for? Some people think it's a meat cleaver, and it very well could be, but I use this for loading pulpwood, wood cut logs, 4 foot long. And what you would do is you'd be hooked this end, because you can't get a hold to the end. You'd hook this end into the log and then throw it up onto the truck. I loaded many trucks with one of them right there. Many trucks. When I work with my dad, ding, see there? Yeah, I work for my dad. I got a whole bunch of old stuff in that bucket too I haven't been through yet. My other building has lots of stuff. I got my work cut out for me, guys. Doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Literally when I make the room, get myself set up, which I've fairly done that. I feel pretty good about what I've got going on, really. I mean, I've got my buckets, my trash bucket, my buckets on back of different metals and extension cords and cans and yeah, dirty aluminum, wires, extrusion, pots and pans. I'm working on it. At least I can get this piece off for solid brass. Yellow brass, clean. Beautiful piece. I'm gonna see. That end is magnetic, I think it is. Oh, jeez, I'm crow. Well, let's at least wait until we get it away from the bench. Now let's see if we got magnetic. Nada. Nope. Nothing. That's a high, heavy magnet too. I'm gonna see if my guy will take that for brass. Matter of fact, let me see this piece here. No, that's not magnetic. Solid brass right there. All right, next. Basically, what I'm doing is I'll go out, grab something, bring it in. Although I really need to get that done, but I'm not feeling like doing it today. So I'll either bring something in, or I'll take a bucket that I already have in here and start separating it, because this is stainless steel. Sure of that. Yes. Stainless. I need to get myself a bucket of stainless, because I don't think I have one. Stainless. Category. Oh, there's them ones I was looking for earlier. Get that bucket. Alright, I'm gonna make this. I don't have a lot of stainless. I'm gonna start with it right there. This, what they're telling me at the scrapyard is that it's not aluminum, but that it is zinc. These are zinc, and supposedly I'm not supposed to put them in my like old sheet or even in my cast aluminum. It's zinc or something like that. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to start finding a bucket for these. Also, since I do get quite a few of them. Let me see my sister here. Just trying to make space. Make space. Some of these smaller buckets like that have a bunch of different stuff in it, so I separate it as I get it in there, like that one. I'll pull that in soon. Start taking apart them aluminum motors real soon. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Still have some of these. Haven't quite got to yet, but I will. But I will. First when I saw these things, I thought, yeah, I could probably use them on something, but I can't. I can't. A couple more pieces of, a couple more screws out of that, and I got me an alternator. Bring back some cast aluminum. Hopefully clean if I can get them bolts off of that thing. That's my plan. I mean, I do have a plan, everybody, and that is to get all this cleaned up. I'm working on it. Little bit at a time. Gotta remember, I'm also emptying my other storage buildings into this storage building, and not everything that I have is scrapping. So I have to start finding more places for stuff that I'm going to keep or obviously resell. Oh, I have a laundry list of things to do. Still got some bicycles to give away, but I just want to touch them up a little bit more. I've been WD-40ing them, letting them sit, working them a little bit, trying to get, you know, when you have a bicycle, you leave it outside. Next thing you know, you go to ride it and it's crappy. And you're like, oh, this bike's junk. Especially since you can buy bicycles nowadays for less than $150 for a pretty good, nice bike. But I just want to make sure that these parts on these things, I've been hitting them with some WD-40 before I even start really trying to turn them too much. If I know they work. Brake cables. Some up down there. There. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give these things away. Yeah, that's my second bike, just like that one. Can't believe, I mean, I got two of them bikes identical. Some of these here, I'm gonna hit them with some sandpaper on the handles, put a couple grips on it. It was missing the chain guard, so I got another chain guard off another bike. I just have to modify it just a little bit. And then after I do, I've got a pretty decent beach cruiser that somebody can use for another couple of years for $20, or if it's a kid, I would probably just give it to them. So I don't really try to make money on my bikes, although I do get them when people are like, you can grab that bike, my kid doesn't ride it anymore. Like, wow, did he ever ride it? This thing looks new. I mean, some of these bikes get disc brakes, but I hit a little bit of all of it with oil every once in a while, just to get them good and lubricated. I've already spun them, so I know they turn. I know the gears work, but I want to get everything lubricated so it works nicely. Yeah, up here where it turns. I don't care if I get a little extra on there, to be honest with you, because later I'll just wipe anything extra off of it. But these things been just left outside is all it is. It left them outside. Didn't care for them. Air went out of the tires. Minor stuff. When I was growing up, I didn't have a bicycle. I flat out did not have a bicycle, guys. I've given away quite a few. Telling you, I've given away quite a few. The last one I gave away was the funnest one ever. It was a Swin. The boy was about maybe 10 years old. And his mom owns the painted mermaid in Southport, North Carolina. And I sold her some stuff that she's seen online that I'd sold, and she wanted to put it in her her store. So I met her at the storage buildings, and I met her, she brought her son with her. Well, I told her I had some more stuff over here, so I brought her over here, and she looked at some of the stuff that I had here and bought some more stuff. Well, that boy, I had a Swin bicycle. I mean a full size, I don't know, what do they call them things, 26-inch bicycle sitting there, leaned up against the fence, in great working order, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Tires pumped up, everything ready to ride. And when the kid seen that bike, he was like, "Oh, that's a Swin." And his eyes got as big as silver dollars. So I grabbed the bike and loaded it up in the truck, told his mama he could have it. And he couldn't even get on it to ride it. So I'll bet he takes care of that bike and rides it one day. Anyways, it's 3:30. It's 3:30. I think I'm gonna just call it a day. Call it a day. I might come out here one more time for something, I don't know, but as far as work-wise, I think I accomplished everything I wanted to do today. I got a lot of stuff cleaned up. I got a lot of stuff put the way I wanted it to, including my piece of plywood behind my bench. I got my copper and my trash all stashed in proper mounds. So I'm working on it, guys. Little at a time. I'm gonna start with these pots, figuring out what's what on them, aluminum or stainless steel or what, the handles, what they are, whether it's worth trying to remove them if they're not the same. I don't know. But that's a bucket I have to go through. But I'm gonna do that on another day because I have had enough today. It's Tuesday already. Happy Tuesday, everybody. All right, guys. Till the next time. Do what you love and love what you do. Scrapping with Grandpa. I'm out. So I haven't had old girl running in a while. She sat here and ran out of battery on me. Just when I needed to pick it up and use it. Oh yeah. No wonder. Got some corrosion going on here and there. So, old left-handed Paul just come and got my black truck. So I got a curb call for some scrap metal, and come to start the old girl up, and she would not start. So I have a battery right here that I let Paul use for his truck if he dies, and he left his back open, so it'll probably be dead when he gets back. See if it worked. Nada. Not, that's strange. That battery might be dead. Oh, that ain't good. Got a good connection. Come on, girl. Huh. Gotta be something else. There's gotta be something else. I knew it. Something's wrong with that shifter right there. I knew it. I had a problem with it getting it into gear the other day. I thought it was kind of strange. The UPS is here. Alright, we'll let that thing. I bet it wasn't not charged anyways. I believe it was charged, but in that handle, something's going on. I'll try to get that checked out before it leaves me stranded somewhere one day. I see that happening. But yeah, this is a battery I loan Paul to keep in his truck. So when his car won't start. I don't think that's what it was with this old girl. Never not started before. But I did have a problem getting it in gear the other day. You know, bro. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna let it warm up a minute. I got a curb alert about some stuff, but it didn't tell me how big it was. Lord have mercy. What the heck these things even come off of? An antenna or something? Big old aluminum. Man. Aluminum. Lord have mercy. Microwave, fan. I'm gonna get what I can get. That's some heavy steel. I'm gonna get what I can get, guys. Have to come back and see if it's still here tomorrow with my trailer. That stuff's long. Get the rest of it with my trailer. The size of this light. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Got the whole thing, man. Let me see here. Let me get this sign. All the goodness, it's everywhere. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Mountain bracket. Uh-oh. Dropping off everywhere. Well, that's not good. Let's go ahead and flip it over the other way then, by God. I'll grab it this way. Yeah. I ain't messing around, broke the plate. Sometimes I get $2 or $3 for them plates. I'm gonna take it just because it was side the road. I don't want to leave it like that. I cannot get them poles. I can get them aluminum pieces, but I can't get them poles. Not with this truck. All I got's a truck right now. Dang it. Look at all this goodness. Lord have mercy. So, it looks like aluminum with some PVC put in between it. I don't know what somebody had, but there's no way for me to get it right now. Dang it. Well, there's always tomorrow morning.
The destination is on your...
The good thing about that is, even if somebody sees it, it's so long they're not going to pick it up. Unless they have a saw with them, they're going to cut it. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it disappearing anytime soon. So tomorrow morning, I'll have my trailer, and I'll go back there with my trailer, load it up, and bring it home with me. Actually, pretty amazing. Just check it out real quick. I'm not going to pull it out of the thing, but the fly fishing rod is just as brand new as that cloth is that surrounds it. It's probably never had a hook in it. It's an 8-foot pole. Got that given to me. Oh, I got some lead. There's some lead down here, and some looks like some bullets. What do we got here? Who knows anything about that? Which way does it go? It's definitely a patch for maybe military or country. Let's see, I think there's something else in here. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Eternal Light Peace Memorial. Two things I hadn't seen yet. In a box of what it looks like lead. There's a couple other things down below. Lead, that's pretty cool. Not sure what that would be for. Pretty cool though. Look at that lead weight. What have we got? Oh. $50 copper rivets. Copper rivets. I got another box. Yeah. 50 copper rivets. I don't have the other piece that goes with it though. Looks like maybe a couple old keys. Miscellaneous. An old motor. Running across B and G. B and G. Let's see on the other side. It definitely turns freely. Bell and Gossett alternating current motor. Alternating current. So if you get this motor running, will it run all by itself? Alternating current. I mean, maybe all motors do that. I don't know, but somebody gave it to me. I thought it was pretty cool. I definitely put it up on my antique shelf. Antique stuff. Oh, what we got here? Another interesting piece. Look at that. Yeah. I have no earthly idea what that would be. I mean, I really don't, but it's heavy. It says another Worthington rotary pump. Says it on it, Worthington. Worthington Corporation's 2GA rotary pump. It's in the box, so the original box, another Worthington rotary pump. They're talking like, oh, it's just another. Let me tell you something, that thing's heavy. Don't know what year it is, but it has the box, so I thought that was pretty cool too. That was cool, man. So yeah, sometimes I get a lot of strange stuff. Gosh, this I kind of picked up scrapping, but gosh, I almost really having a hard time scrapping it because I just feel like it's one of them pieces that kind of catches you that you might, I don't know, maybe clean it up or maybe even just leave it like it is and get a light bulb in it and get the thing working properly. I don't know. Couldn't scrap it. Couldn't scrap it. I just couldn't bring myself to it. Old school basket. Old school basket. Don't have any writing on it or nothing. In this case, what is this? Oh, no world direction. Stock lumber. Stock lumber. How old that is? Do not know if I am. What stock lumber is anyway. But yeah. I really got some, I know your grandma you probably seen these at your grandma's place right here. Back in the day. Little tie-ons, and they'd tie on the kitchen chairs or wherever. Your grandma might even made them herself. Generally make them themselves. Cleaned up though, that'd be a pretty cool item. Looks like to me like I got a sailor's bag. Cool little sailor's bag. Doesn't have any name tag on it. Nothing on the inside, but it does have the, at least looks like what might be most of the rope or a piece of the rope anyways that went with it. I thought that was pretty cool. It's a sailor's bag, and there might just be a sailor out there that's trying to complete his kit of things that he came back with. Jamie Love. Hey, Jamie Love.
I said a dumpling. What needle did you give her? The third gray one, right?
Yeah, the one on the table. Yeah, the one that was on the table she took this morning.
She did told me to take it, give it to her like, I don't know, 30 minutes before she eats the stuff, and it went from 37 to 55.
It went up?
Yeah. But now she's eating soup and half the sandwich.
All right.
I'll have to, I'd rather watch it now.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
Did you eat lunch?
No, I need to probably come in and grab a sandwich.
Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
All right, anyway, so yeah, antiques. I got a whole bucket of like caps like this. It might have been used on some type of a different automobile. I'm not sure if that's a radiator cap for our car. Gosh, just to me, that's what it looks like, especially since there are so many of them right here in this box. It's just a miscellaneous box of miscellaneous stuff. Some miscellaneous stuff. And this is pretty cool too. I have old locks in here. So I gotta see if I can find the keys to them. If I can find the keys, and this is a whole can of keys. So maybe the keys in to that thing. But I think there's 3 or 4 different antique locks inside of. Look at that. I haven't seen one of them in years. Back when we were a kid, we'd take, these things were so popular that we would take it and hide our spare key up underneath the tire well in the summertime, not in the wintertime because it would get caked up with snow and you'd be lost. But yeah, in the summertime, that's where we kept our spare keys. What do we got here? Well, it was locked onto something and never took it off. All I can say is they probably don't have the lock. But there are definitely another one. I don't know what's in it, but there are some locks down there. Antique locks. Under here is just a whole bunch of actually antique saws. A few more antique things up here. This is all going to be separated and sold to my antique dealer. Got a whole bunch of baseball cards. Bunch of baseball cards. This thing here came off of a ship. They were doing some electrical work on this guy's ship that lives downtown Southport. And this is one of the pieces they took off and replaced new. And he kept it. He was like, oh, let me have it. He wanted a piece of the ship, I guess, that he's actually served on. And he told me the name of the ship, and I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. But this actually came off a military ship. And he gave it to me. I think this is old Kraft, probably cheese slab, I'm guessing. 2 pounds net, so 1 pound, maybe it's 2 packs of butter. You know, Velveeta. No, Velveeta's cheese. Kraft Velveeta. So that was 2 pounds of cheese. I wish I had the lid to it. That'd be cool. Anyways, wife said it's time to go and eat dinner, so got a couple buckets up there I want to show you guys too one day. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff out here. Very unorganized right now. Like I say, I just literally unloaded one of my storage buildings and started putting stuff around, and now I'm trying to get things moved back over here up against the wall. I got my sheet of plywood back there, so I can now go ahead and move back my 2 barrels. Oh yeah, number 2. My 2 barrels of copper, my Bear Bright, which Bear Bright means something like that. And heavy gauge, pencil lead thickness. Even something with that many strands is still pencil lead thickness, each individual wire. The reason why they don't like you mixing wire like this is because this is that real fine thin wire, and they put a little bit more metal in this thinner wire to make it stronger, maybe, I'm guessing. I just know that there's not quite as much copper in this, what they consider number 2, the smaller stuff. And not to mention, this would be a number 2 also because of all the soldering that they do to these things. Take that piece of tape off. We'll throw that in my number 1. Probably get away with that in my number 1. A piece of tape off. I'll put that in my number 1. Oops. I might would cut another piece off that. Maybe not. Just leave it like it is. That's my number 2 bucket. Ooh, yeah. that I weighed up the other day, which that weighs 140 pounds. And this one here, without that post there, weighed in at 70 pounds. And I did not weigh this one. There we go. Yeah. So I'm trying to get my aluminum metals. I still have to go through this because there's some cast, some of it is going to call dirty. There's some heavy stuff. I need to clean this up, get all the plastic off of it, really, that I can. All the plastic. Extension cords. I have a bucket for them right there. Organizing, yeah. Organizing. Basically, all I'm doing is doing a little organizing. Putting things in a little bit more tight order. Using up all my space properly. Oh yeah, look at that. Get right in there. Look at that. Got a row of buckets. That stuff back there still needs to be sorted, put up on the bench, pushed back where it belongs, because this is, like I say, most of my old stuff, antique stuff. I still have some old fishing tackle boxes up there. I've got this little wicker snake charming basket I need to do something with, and a few other things. Unknown caller. All right, we'll see you in a minute. I have a lot of separating to do, as you can see. Now, this is a piece of aluminum, which I'll tear off that. This is cast steel. Cast steel and like a crowbar, which is a solid piece of steel. That is two completely different types of metal. One of them is going to actually bring you probably a penny more per pound. And this, since it is a cast item, it's going to bring you a penny less than heavy steel items like your rotors, anything that's actually just made of steel, not cast. This is a cast item. The outside of that is all cast. Although you do have your pretty solid steel here, that's just cast. So you want to turn in your cast as one piece. And not mix your cast with your rotors unless you tell them you have mixed cast and rotors, and they'll be willing to split the penny with you. Because a penny's a penny, right?